There are definitely some other benefits other than just the financial benefits of having a side hustle. First of all, you don't have to move jobs. So a lot of people look for professional satisfaction by finding their ideal career, chasing their dreams, chasing their passion. And a lot of people always look at the moving jobs, but it's really hard to apply. It's a big commitment. If it's not the right job, then have you made the wrong choice? So you don't have to move that job. Instead, now maybe you can find a side hustle that really fits with something that you're really passionate about. So you can get that fulfillment without changing your job. The other thing is multiple streams of income. This is a buzzword right now because if you have a job and you get laid off or your hours get cut or whatever it might be, all your eggs are in one basket. But if you have a different stream of income, if something gets cut back or there's an unexpected job loss, you won't necessarily lose all your income. So that's also pretty powerful. The other thing I say is it's a zero sum game. It's like a light switch. So my wife early on, she used to teach summer school. So what was the benefit of teaching summer school? She would bring in some money. The other benefit was she wasn't at the mall spending money. So when you're spending your time earning money, you aren't usually spending your time spending money. It's very easy to get tempted and take that time that you're not doing something and look for something to do. And it's really nice because the side hustle not only will bring in more income, but it might help control the expenses too. And then there's the social, emotional, and mental value of doing side hustles. 26% of people who do side hustles say it's completely unrelated to their primary job. It might be because that they want social interaction that they're not getting at their job. It might be because they want to work outdoors, something that they can't get at their job. It might just be with people that are aligned with their values and share similar hobbies and lives and experiences. And the other thing is unlimited upside. So just because a side hustle might pay you an hourly salary, it might be starting a business, whatever it is. I don't know that we will ever have a clear understanding of what all of the value is, whether it's mental, emotional, spiritual, or financial. I think we really can't know what people will get out of it in the long run. The other big advantage here is a mindset shift. And this is what I want to talk about because I think it's important to know that when I think of the financial ladder and people going from struggling to stable to surplus to prosperity and generosity, there's a really important threshold. If we look at bad times and paycheck to paycheck living, people are getting by, people are stressed, people are maybe worried about their car breaking down next month and what that will do to their finances. If you can move from those bottom two rungs, those two red rungs, up to stable, if you can just move from one level, I think that's a huge shift mentally. If you can get from just getting by to getting ahead a little bit, even if it's a little, right? Even if there's a little extra cash every month, I think that's a hugely different mental place to be. It moves you out of the mentality of scarcity into the mentality of abundance. Now, I'm not saying that it will give you all of the mental headspace and freedom that you have ever envisioned, but there's a big difference. I think there's a huge difference in that small step, if that makes sense. So the more people we can get from paycheck to paycheck living, the more we can get that 78% of America from just scraping by into the point where they're stable, maybe putting a few bucks away. I think that they will feel a huge mental relief on that. And that's one reason that I think everyone in America really is doing a side hustle. In fact, 37% of people are doing it. And depending on how you measure side hustles, I've seen some numbers saying up to 80% of Americans qualify as doing something outside of their primary job. So it's really interesting. Now, even in certain demographics, it's really popular. In fact, the majority of millennials have a side hustle of some sort. But what I'm also maybe more surprised about is if you look at baby boomers, people who are either near retirement or going into retirement, 24% of those people have a side hustle as well.